Our party is on record in this parliament to take our own independent opinions, our own evaluations, and our own due diligence. And that is what we chose to do in this case. We speak for the NGC in totality. We took our time to examine Section 32, particularly 32.4, A and B. We spent a lot of time looking at 76B. We set up a team of 5 lawyers, and my lawyers are very tough. Most times they disagree. In this case, I insisted on a legal brief. In this case, they believe, that's their firm legal opinion, that 76B, which is the most contentious issue, in their opinion, does not apply in this case. We speak as NGC. I spent hours with those lawyers. In different debates. We organized Zoom calls with some others. We looked at the politics of this position. We looked at the legality. 76B, it's been read before. We are persuaded by the last line. Last line of 76B says, officer or employee, I quote, officer or employee within 12 months prior to the date on which he seeks to be elected to parliament. We are persuaded that unless you're clairvoyant, you cannot know that you will be appointed 12 months hence. We've also seen precedents where others resign before just being appointed. Now, there was an exchange here that indeed, if we have disagreement on interpretation of the Constitution, we should go to the Supreme Court. I fully support that. I fully support. This is not the only contentious issue we've had here. We've had the issue of security of tenure, of people appointed, central bank governor, anti-corruption commission, and so on. We've had issues of the Human Rights Commission. There are so many issues we want to take to the Supreme Court for interpretation. So I dare say, Mr. Deputy Speaker, many of us want to do it, but we don't trust the judiciary. There are other cases sitting there. Nothing happened. We've asked for simple interpretations that take 24 hours in other countries. Nothing happened. Not even the judges empaneled. Why do I make that a point? It is not just the parliament or the executive branch or the neck that will make our democracy work. In fact, the most critical institution is the judiciary. This is why today, we, NGC, we've submitted a 4-page letter to the Attorney General calling for judiciary reform. Our democracy cannot work without an effective judiciary that can interpret the conflicts between the executive arm and the parliament when we have disagreements. It will not function. So since, even in this case, I commend Honorable I.B. Kabo for saying that they will pursue in the Supreme Court. We'll be happy. We'll be happy to see a judgment, a decision that will clarify these issues going forward for the rest of eternity. Mr. Speaker, the NGC will support this candidate. We support this candidate for the following reasons. And we raised our questions during the interview. He has 20 years of experience chasing fraud. He's been chasing fraud and crime here in Sierra Leone and internationally. We hope he recognizes that we expect that he will use that experience to clean our electoral processes of fraud. So we do it with our eyes open, that background in fraud and crime will help us clean our electoral process. We are victims of fraud in electoral systems. Number two, the new commissioner, when he is finally appointed by this parliament, will receive 103 recommendations from election observers for the 2018 elections. 103. It confirms that some things were wrong with that election. He has guaranteed in the interview that he'll take a look and speedily implement. I hope we in the opposition will hold him to that. That we will organize and ensure that that system is refined. Point number three, we are NGC. We are not in government. We are in the opposition. We are an independent party, speaking with our own mind, based on our own analysis. So that's the position I'm speaking here.